Rams pick tonight, potentially. They are 19th.
As of right now, they are scheduled to pick.
They are scheduled to pick 19th.
Have you swayed in any way?
No, I still want them to do what I said yesterday.
But do you think they'll do that, or you? No.
I have. This is not like somebody told me. Like occasionally, I kind of know what may happen for some certain things.
Okay.
This is not one of those times.
It's just blind
This
faith.
is my gut.
Okay.
This is my gut telling me they're going to double down on what they do really well, which is they're going to pick an offensive player. They're going to move up to pick an offensive player.
This is something I saw 22 minutes ago from Diana Rossini. I don't know if you guys saw this yet. So this is from Diana Rossini of The Athletic. She says, the Rams, who haven't picked in the first round since 2016, are calling to get in the top 10.
I'm not surprised at all because there's three guys that are in the top 10. If any of these three names get called by the Rams or by Roger Goodell tonight, the Los Angeles Rams with the blank pick select, Joe Alt, Notre Dame, awesome. Rome Odunze, Washington, awesome. Brock Bowers, Georgia, awesome. Any of those three guys, there are positions of need. They are weapons in Matthew Stafford's, toolbox that he can do. This team will go as far as their offense is going to take them. This team is in a window that is now not defined necessarily by Aaron Donald, but that is defined by Matthew Stafford. What the Rams are really good at is offense. And let's get better at offense because I don't know if there's a player on the defensive side of the ball that's going to go, you know what, the Rams have one of the better defenses in the league. I don't think that's going to happen, so let's get better at offense.
Hypothetically, and I know it is what it is now, Aaron Donald did not retire.
Yeah.
How much
offense.
would that have?
Just
go get more.
Their strength.
So it didn't. So it. The only reason why I'm asking the question is how much of an impact did that sway them to say, all right, like you just said, let's double down at what we're great at.
Yeah.
Why are we going to be, if we're already going to be mediocre, okay, below mediocre on the defensive side, maybe we go put up, Matthew Stafford is the franchise right now. Matthew Stafford, their window is Stafford. So why not go try to put up 30 points a game and see if we can outscore these teams?
I think that's how you do it. I think that's where you go. I think that's what makes the most sense because it's kind of, look at it like this. Let's take an offense that is an A. Let's make it an A+. You have a defense that, if we're being optimistic, might be a C.
Yeah.
And maybe a C-. I don't know if improving that from a C- to a C or a C to a C+ makes that much of a difference. Yeah. Whereas if all of a sudden I get a chance to put up 30 on a regular basis, you're going to win a lot of games. You score 30 points.
And also, if they realize their defense is an issue, then maybe they make some sort of move at the trade. You get someone who is unhappy or a team that is not doing well. We didn't know it wasn't going to do well. Like maybe the Eagles shake loose. Like who knows?
And it's so weird how the tenure of the Rams here in Los Angeles. They've been here for 8 years, right? This is going to be the 9th season coming up. This is the first time since they've been here where we're going through the draft where they have a top pick. And
I mentioned earlier about Diana Rossini's report she said that the Rams, who haven't picked in the first round since 2016, are calling to get in the top 10. Jordan Rodriguez quote tweeted this and added this, that in addition to her sources, from what I've gathered so far this morning, Rams are checking prices on a number of different possible moves up into the top 10 and down. To me, staying at 19 would be surprising. So they're exploring everything.
Something's happening.
The 19th pick was the only pick I was fairly certain the Rams wouldn't have. They might have something a lot higher. They might have something a lot lower. But 19 seemed like a place where it was kind of no man's land for them, that they weren't going to get what they needed at that point, that when what you could get at 19, you could get at 42. You could get at 57, that you could move back enough and still find relatively the same quality, talent of player at that point. They're going to move up. They're going to move back. Up's a whole hell of a lot more fun. And I really do think they're going to do it. And if Diana Rossini's saying it, now I feel even better about it because she's pretty plugged in. Jordan Rodriguez saying it, I feel even better about it. She's really plugged in.
Mace, what are your boys going to do at number 19?
Well,
I'm excited. I don't think they're staying at 19. I think they're either moving down or moving up.
No, there's a lot of momentum for moving up, and if they're moving up, who are they moving up for?
I originally thought it was Latu, the edge rusher from UCLA, but now I heard Travis talking about it, and I think Trav might be right. If they're moving into the top 10, it's got to be for an offensive guy. They're not
in on offense.
Yeah, because McVay is an offensive guy. He's not.
Right. Although, can we just the Rams have the second most expensive offense in the league and the second cheapest defense in the league.
Right, but
doesn't that indicate they need help on defense?
No, I think they have the Mike D'Antoni attitude. You can't beat us if you don't outscore us.
So we don't care. Bad defense, let her ride.
Right. Well, we're just going to outscore you no matter what because, we're going to move the ball and score points. And if you can keep up with us, great. If not, forget it. They're basically USC.
Right.
Well, if they move for an offense,
There's
do you want Joe Alt? Do you want one of the receivers, or you want the best tight end?
I want Brock Bowers, the kid from Georgia.
Yeah, I would like Latu. I would like to see somebody on the defensive end. If they were to trade up Latu, if they were to sit where they are, somebody like Jared Verse, there are guys that are there that can get to the quarterback. I just think, especially on the heels of losing Aaron Donald, why would you not add somebody who can get into the opposing backfield?
You're using common sense. This is not with Sean McVay is, he's ever since his first defensive coordinator, which I think was Wade Phillips. Mm-hmm. Sean lets the defense handle itself.
Right, but you got to give them weapons. You've got to give them a stacked roster. I mean, the Rams.
When's the last time, other than Aaron Donald, they had a stacked roster defensively? You probably have to go back to that team with
the Jalen
corners.
Ramsey. And that whole
Marcus
group.
Peters.
Marcus Peters. That was a great
Eric
group.
Weddle
Von Miller came in at some they've augmented the defense over time, and I just think at the end of the day they've got to. And boy, all the Bo Nix to the Ram stuff is out there too. You're not trading up to get Bo Nix. You could probably trade back to get Bo Nix.
Michael, do you believe this talk that there's going to be 6 quarterbacks in the first round tonight?
Yes, because quarterback is the most
6.
important. Yep.
I think that you got to go back to like
failing
83.
rate, by the way.
A lot of
I think it's higher than that.
A lot of Michael Penix to the Raiders talk out there today.
I love that. I hope the Raiders do get Michael Penix.